Hi, everybody, and welcome to our second episode, The Checklist. So in this episode, we are going to be exploring the checklist from 18 months all the way to the actual wedding date. This is a valuable tool to use when planning your wedding. A lot of wedding planners use checklists. I use them. And the reason why we think it's the best way to go is because it will keep you on track. It will let you know when you need to do certain tasks. It will keep you on budget and it will keep you stress-free. As all of our wedding videos are based on the planner, we do recommend you purchase the planner. But if you're not going to use certain sections of it, we have separated these sections for your convenience and you can create your own planner. But before we get started, I'd just like to say thank you for everybody who has watched the first episode. And if you can, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our socials. And we'll have all the links below. So everybody, let's get started. The checklist. So let's begin from 18 to 12 months before the wedding. But before we start, if you just want to head over to our website under the blog section, we have written a blog about this and it just shows you how to actually use a checklist, especially when you're using the planner. So this is a really good tool. Okay, let's have a look at choosing a wedding theme. This will determine the location of the wedding and also the budget. So remember, certain themes are a little bit more expensive than others, so just be mindful of that. You also need to pick your bridal party at this stage. Create a website or a specific social media group, a WhatsApp group for you to communicate with the bridal party so everyone's on the same page. Then I'll start compiling a guest list. So just unintended guests, don't finalize it at this stage. I can help you set your budget. Also start looking at invitations. We've got a few suggestions there. You don't have to use all of them and always ask for a bundle deal. And I also got a tip page at the end of this video so you can save a little bit of money. Invites. And this is when you start looking and booking some of your vendors, especially if there's someone that you particularly want to work with. This is the perfect opportunity to book them. So have a look at this section at this stage. The next thing I also will look at is your music for your ceremony and also your venue. Also choose your location for the ceremony. Again, these get booked up very quickly. And then just, if you're going to be using a minister or a celebrant, this is the time for you to actually book these as well. Okay, 9 months before the wedding date. Okay, so this is when you need to compile your final guest list and send out all save the date cards, and this will determine your budget. Allocate responsibilities amongst the wedding party. Start planning for the honeymoon. And the reason why I've put this at 9 months is because sometimes visas do take a while to get. Begin scouting and securing your vendors. Start working with your florists on centerpieces and flower bouquet design, only because if you are wanting certain flowers, they need time to get those in for you. Arrange wedding transportation, especially if you want vintage cars. These get booked out very quickly, so I will kind of do it around this time. And if you're having any family traditions, this is where I will kind of review it and incorporate it into the actual wedding. Okay, so gift registry. Do you want money? Do you guys want gifts? Do you want money towards your honeymoon? This is where you need to start thinking about it and letting your guests know. Also start commencing shopping for all the bridal party attire and including your parents. Also, if you've got guests that are coming international or interstate, start having a look at where they're going to stay. And the best part is this is where you begin looking for your wedding dress. We have written a blog about some tips on what to look for when you are looking for a wedding dress. Again, this is on our website under the blog section, so please have a read. Okay, 6 to 4 months before the wedding. Arrange the ceremony rehearsal and, if desired, rehearsal dinner. Order the cake, but I will do this more towards the 4th month. Finalize the men's suits, shoes, etc. Decide on bridesmaid and the flower girl dresses, their shoes and their accessories. Commence your wedding dress fittings. Purchase your shoes or your undergarments. Book any special services, example your photo booths or a flower wall. Select your wedding invitations, envelopes and place cards and send these out. Book the honeymoon and organise the passports if going overseas. Reserve a room for your wedding night. Commence searching for hairstylists and makeup artists. Choose your music. Book your MC if you're having one. plan your wedding favors, order your wedding rings, or any rentals for the day. If you're having a marquee, this will include tables, your chairs, your linen, your glassware, the whole lot. And also start organizing your wedding license if the celebrant or the minister does not provide this for you. Okay, 3 months before the wedding date. This is where I will confirm the actual menu with the venue and the caterer. When sending out the invites, just add a little piece of paper just to ask your guests if they've got any dietary requirements, and have a separate list for them and the table they will be sitting, and give this to the actual venue or the caterer or the actual wedding planner. I will also finalize the flowers with your florist. Send out your event schedule to all your vendors. I am going to do a separate video based on this, and I'll teach you how to actually create one. Print out your ceremony programs if you're going to have them, and you can just get them done really cheaply. Just print them out. You can print them out on your own printer. Purchase, again, your undergarments if you haven't done so. And this is where I will start having some dancing lessons. I like dancing lessons. It just brings the couple together, and people always love watching a really great little routine that's performed by the bridal party, and especially the bride and groom. Okay, 2 months before the wedding date. Okay, so touch base with all your vendors. Make sure you guys are communicating really well and on the same page. This will eliminate all your stress. So please communicate with them. Just keep touching base with them. So this is where I will review the playlist with the band, confirm details with the photographer, and this is where I also will finalize all the details of the honeymoon and you're ready to go. Book your hair and makeup trial as well. We have written 2 blogs and they are on our website, as you can see. So please check those out. And this is the time to write your vows. Again, this is a big one, so go with it. And we are going to do a little short video on how to write vows. Finalize the seating, and again, obtain the marriage license, and please check with your country's regulations with this one here. Okay, a month before the wedding date. This is where you contact all the vendors to confirm all the date, times, and locations. Pick up your wedding rings, final fitting for your dress with the shoes and undergarments on, finalize all outstanding payments to your vendors, create a seating chart, enter all your RSVPs into your planner, and have all the pre-wedding festivities, for instance, your bridal shower, bachelorette or bachelor party, or any rehearsal dinners or any extra traditional festivities. This is the time to actually do it. So 2 weeks before the wedding, so provide the final numbers that you've entered into your planner to the venue and to the caterer so they can allocate the food. Send the final playlist to the DJs or the band. Prepare a checklist of details to assign to the wedding party, and I will do this as a separate video. And give all your vendors the event schedule. Again, separate video, and I'll show you how to do that. And final packing for your honeymoon so you're ready to go. And put together an emergency wedding kit. And we'll go through that one a little bit later. And breaking your wedding shoes, and again, making sure that you're confirming with all your vendors. Okay, so a week before your wedding, this is the time to collect your wedding dress. Please have a look at everything. Make sure there's no marks, no threads, no creases. Put it back on in front of them. Just have a second pair of eyes. And this is where you need to get the bridesmaid to try on their dresses as well, and the grooms and the groomsmen to try on their tuxedo to make sure if you need any final alterations. And again, reconfirm with all your vendors, and with, just to make sure that everybody is on the same page. So a day before the wedding, this is where you don't have to stress. Everything's been done because you've used this beautiful checklist. And this is the time to pamper yourself, have a manicure, pedicure, and perhaps a hydrating facial. Lay out everything for you that you need for the wedding. Have a really beautiful dinner. Go to bed early, and no alcohol because no one wants to see a puffy bride. So after each of our videos, I'm always going to give you tips on saving money. And these are my tips for saving some money. So have a look at the invitations. Remove the place cards and the thank you cards. And if you can design and print these yourself, I suggest you do it. Just go for it. Bridesmaids to purchase their own dress and shoes. And you just tell them that you're going to pay for their hair and makeup. And a lot of them are okay with it. Don't be afraid to ask. Rent out the groomsmen suits and the flower girl and the page boy attire. Cut down on the number of guests attending the wedding. Only invite close friends and family. Look at low season times because that also will determine, your expenses. Get 2 to 3 quotes from each vendor and please look at references. Like I said, stalk their Instagram page and make sure you're feeling comfortable with them. Make your own wedding favors, centerpieces, invitations, cakes and flowers. Ask for bundle deals and payment plans with your vendors. This will allow you to free up your cash flow and give you some time to save if you need to. Having an open bar can be so expensive. So what I'll do is I'll do a closed bar and get the guests to pay for spirits. This will not only save you money, but it also control the amount of drinking that the guests can do because some of our guests can get a little bit out of control. Always ask the venue if you can supply your own alcohol and they can supply the soft drinks and then you just pay for the food. Don't have a rehearsal dinner, or if you do want to have a rehearsal dinner, keep it to the bridal party and just have finger food. And if you're having a cake, have it as the dessert. I did. Be very careful as some venues will charge you a plate fee. I didn't get charged one. But this is where you need to negotiate with them. Or just get like little cake bags and get your family members just to put the cake in those bags and give those out to your guests as they're leaving. So our next episode will be focusing on destination checklists, again from 18 months right until the day. This is perfect for our couples that are having weddings abroad. If you've got any questions, please head over to our website on our contact page and submit your questions through there, or simply follow us through our socials. Once again, we'd like to thank you for letting us be part of your wedding planning journey. And until next time, happy planning. Bye.